So my problem with this whole hustling culture is that it makes you think that if you are not productive, you are wasting your time. I kind of want to like these people. If it brings you joy and happiness, why would it be a waste of time? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate that a lot. This is a new setup, right? I have a mic now. This got delivered to me like 10 minutes ago and I was waiting for it so I could film this video. So here I am filming this video and I feel super fancy with this mic. Maybe I should start a podcast now. No, I'm sure no one would listen to that. Today I thought I'll make a different kind of video than what I normally do. There has been a lot going on my mind recently. I feel like my channel is a good place to let it all out and to rant. I want to also get better at talking and phrasing myself because I feel like I struggle with this a lot. In fact, I think my biggest fear is public speaking next to flying in a plane. I think these are my top two fears. I would rather eat a spider than speak in front of 1,000 people. That's how you know you have to kind of like face your fears, and that's what I'm doing by doing rant videos. And also maybe someone feels kind of understood with this. Whenever I have like a rant in my vlogs, I feel like I get some comments from people saying that they can relate to me and to what I say. So hopefully this can help some of you guys as well. Anyway, there has been a lot going on in my mind lately and I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I feel like ever since I went to Korea and studied there abroad, I had like a huge mindset shift, and a lot of the thought patterns I used to have, I recognized them and I kind of like changed them consciously or subconsciously for some reason. I don't know, I feel like ever since I went to Korea I became a different person and I'm like more aware of myself now and I'm more in tune with myself. It's probably because I used to spend a lot of time there alone and therefore I was kind of like forced to get to know me a little bit better. Anyway, one thing that I've been thinking about a lot, this whole toxic productivity lifestyle, I would say, or this whole hustling lifestyle and how it's like portrayed in society, social media, whatever. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about that because I feel like this whole toxic productivity lifestyle thing has affected me a lot negatively, mentally as well as physically, because it affected me so much mentally. Like it showed physical signs of anxiety and stuff. I feel like especially because I am a study YouTuber, if I can say that, or I can like kind of classify my channel as a productivity channel, even though I don't really make productivity videos, but because I make study videos and that's kind of falls into the same category, I kind of feel like obligated to talk about certain stuff because I feel like a lot of content in this niche is portrayed unrealistically, which is of course nothing against the creators. I mean, I am part of this niche community or whatever, or maybe they are portrayed realistically and I'm just a lazy person. That can also be the case, but I'm probably not the only one, so I'm just gonna pour out my feelings and my thoughts and talk a little bit about my experience and stuff. Hopefully someone can relate to this. I feel like this intro was way too long, but if you're still here, hi. We're gonna get into the video now, I guess. I also have my notes on my computer, so if I look down, that's why. I just don't want to miss a point and I want to phrase myself correctly. Let's get right into it. Okay, Nikki, this is enough rambling. So my problem with this whole hustling culture is that it makes you think that if you are not productive, you are wasting your time. And I really hate this phrase, wasting your time. And I feel like a lot of people, myself included, we misuse this phrase a lot because most of the time we just believe we are wasting our time, but we are not actually wasting our time and we're just saying that to, I don't know why we even say that. This is essentially what toxic productivity means to me. It is the desire to be productive all the time, and if you're not, you are wasting your time. And no one wants to waste their time because we only get granted one life, and why would you waste all your time doing nothing, right? So productivity essentially in our society, I feel like, is often associated with working. So being productive means working. That's why I think hustle culture and toxic productivity are kind of like similar to me, That's why I'm gonna use these words interchangeably in this video. Probably they're not the same, but I'm just gonna use them, okay? Because they're essentially doing the same harm to me, so I feel like they are the same. But hustling culture basically means like to work all day, and toxic productivity means to desire to be productive all the day. I feel like the way it's portrayed in our society is that we think we have to work all day in order to be successful. And when you think about this lifestyle, it kind of seems very intimidating, right? Like, just imagine yourself working all day. You kind of feel uncomfortable, right? Like, you would feel very pressured. I think it's no secret that sooner or less you will get burnt out from this lifestyle. Work can mean anything to everybody. Like, there's a lot of definitions of work. You know, the conventional term of work, we usually associate it with you know, a job that you do in order to get monetary compensation so you can pay your bills and stuff like that. That's what it always used to be. But nowadays, work can mean anything. And it doesn't mean to be working in an office or any other, let's say, 9-to-5 job. It can also be a self-employment. You can also work on yourself, for example, by working out and, you know, doing something for your body. But essentially, working always means doing something to get external, to get like an external outcome. I feel like at least that's how I view it, or that's how I think it is viewed. Nowadays, you're not only working for the solely purpose of getting money. And so hustling means working intensively towards something which is mostly your goal or your dream. So whenever we say, oh, this person is hustling, we mean like, oh, this person is like intensively working towards their goals. They are like really putting a lot of effort and hard work into this. We often feel like we have to be working or hustling towards you know, our goals and dreams, because if we're not doing this, then we are wasting our time. We often force ourselves to be productive, so to do something that is kind of helping us to get an external, you know, outcome in the future. The problem that I have is how it's like portrayed in our society, especially now with social media. I feel like a lot of my problems have to do with social media, and here I am literally recording this video for social media. Kind of contradictory, right? I see a lot of content creators on YouTube or TikTok or also on Instagram showing their pretty lifestyle and productive lifestyle, and you think they have it all. Oh, I just got a message. When you see these content creators, you think they have it all and they have all their life together, and so it kind of makes you think like, oh, something is wrong with my life because I don't have all of that. Because I often compare myself to people on the internet as well. You think to yourself, oh my god, this person did so many things in their day, like why am I not doing anything? And then you start to feel bad about yourself. And most of the time, that's a pattern that I like kind of found myself doing a lot, is that I would consume more of this content, like consuming all of these productivity tips. Like, I was obsessed with all of these, I don't know, organizing your life and everything videos. I still am more or less, but I used to be like super obsessed, and I would like always watch videos like that, and then I would feel like I was doing something, but I was actually just watching a video of someone else being productive. And after that, I felt even worse about myself. At the end of the day, I spent all my time watching these videos without doing anything because I wanted to feel productive, I would say. And I'm not saying this is the fault of the content creators, because as a content creator myself, I understand, you know, we are showing the things that we are doing in a day that are like productive in our terms to inspire the viewer to do the same. Because, you know, those videos are very inspirational. Like, sometimes I would feel very unmotivated, and then I'll watch someone else's study vlog, and then I'll be like, okay, I want to study now. You know, that's super great, and I'm like so grateful that these things exist in our life. But I think we have to be careful with how much we consume. And we kind of have to see it in a realistically way, because you know, at the end of the day, you're watching a video that is, first of all, it's highly edited, and this person is probably not filming all of their breaks and everything, and not everything looks as aesthetic as it's portrayed. Okay, like trust me, sometimes I film a shot like 3 times to get the right angle, and sometimes I would film like multiple angles to get the right shot. I'm not filming the breaks that I take because who wants to see me lay in bed for an hour and read a book? No one wants to see that. And you know, as a content creator, you have to kind of consider, first of all, the algorithm, and second of all, what the viewer wants to see. Because if you don't, then your content doesn't get promoted, which, you know, shouldn't be your goal anyway. You're not creating content for it to get views and likes and whatever, but if it's like your source of income, your main source of income especially, then you kind of have to play along with the algorithm a little bit at least. And so of course we are gonna like optimize our videos in a sense that we show the best parts, because that's what viewers want to see. You don't log into YouTube, you don't log into TikTok to see someone else's miserable life, because you're trying, most of the time when I log into YouTube or TikTok, I try to escape my day, or if I'm feeling down, I'm gonna watch a video to kind of hype me up, so I don't need anyone on the internet to kind of like put me down again, if that makes sense, you know? So it kind of makes sense why we content creators portray some things in the way that we portray. But I think a lot of people fail to realize that this is not our daily lives. And when I it's really funny because when I make videos, for example, I filmed like a productive day in my life video, or like just a day in my life video, and after this day I felt like I did nothing. I was like, shoot, this video is not gonna do well. After like I looked at the footage that I filmed, I realized that, oh, I filmed all the things that I did, so it seems like I did a lot of things, but these things didn't take as long. And because you only see a video, you might seem like, okay, this is their day, but you have to consider that most of these videos on YouTube, they're like, I don't know, 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long, and you are not considering the rest of the day. Like, a day has 24 hours, which around 8 hours you'll sleep, and then 16 hours are still left, and you're seeing 10 minutes out of these 16 hours, which are highly edited. So of course this is not my reality, and of course this is not the day in my life that I have. And if you're watching a TikTok, it's like 60 minutes, 60 seconds, and a day in my life TikTok, which is 60 seconds, and someone is working out and you think they're working out all day, that's not true. Like, this person could be working out like 3 times 5 minutes, and they would say to you, okay, I'm working out 3 times in a day, but you will be like, oh my god, this person is working out 3 times in a day, but in fact they're just working out 15 minutes out of their day. And that's not something that's like, I mean, that's actually more than I ever do, but you know, it's not something unrealistically. So I think when you consume content about productivity, try to look at it in a realistic way, and just really think about if this person is really doing all of that. And if this person, I mean, it's not wrong. Like, sometimes, you know, I used to study literally all day, and you could also see this in my videos, like I was literally studying all day, and this was like truly my reality. But at some point I got burnt out, and you don't have to feel bad if you don't work all day, okay? I think I just got like off tangent right now, because there was like so many other points that I kind of want to talk about. So yeah, anyway, to kind of like add on that, I would also suggest to be a little bit more mindful about the creators that you consume their content of, because I feel like there's some, I'm sorry if I'm like bashing anyone, but I feel like there's some creators that, you know, they make you feel bad for not doing something with your life. And I hate those videos when I see them, for example, on TikTok, and they're like, 99% of people are wasting their time not doing this and this, and then they try to sell their course to you and do all of that, and they're like, follow this page if you want to be on the top 1% of people and stuff like that. And you know, that's kind of like, I kind of want to like, these people, like, they really annoy me. I mean, I get that sometimes you just say these things to, you know, get the viewer hooked, and so they watch your videos and they don't click away. But then there's like also these people, they don't show you the bad sides, you know, they only show the good sides. Like, I started my business 2 months ago and I already sold out all my products. But then you're asking yourself, okay, you sold out your product, like how many did you have? What are your costs? How long did it take you to develop this product? You know, they don't say all of this. They're just saying like, I opened my shop 2 months ago and now I'm sold out already. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, not everyone is showing all of their bad sides or their unproductive sides, I would say. Honestly, you can't tell me that everyone is working all day. We're not all Elon Musk, and if we were, then there were probably more Elon Musks out there. If these people are really working all day, where are they? I don't know what they're doing right now. And one thing I really hate as well, sorry, I'm like bashing everyone right now, but one thing that I really hate as well is those pages that kind of like bash other lifestyles and other people who are not living according what they consider as a good lifestyle, a productive lifestyle, a successful lifestyle. And I'm talking about these entrepreneur pages on Instagram, and honestly, I'm following them as well because sometimes they have like inspirational quotes and stuff, but sometimes when I read through their posts and I'm just like, this ain't it. For example, those people that kind of like bash people who have 9-to-5 jobs because they're like, oh, you can gain so much more with, you know, self-employment. 9-to-5 jobs are a waste of time and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know, everyone is living their life as they want to live their life. Maybe you can get like more money if you are self-employed. I don't know. I'm nor self-employed, nor do I have a 9-to-5 job. I'm jobless. I can tell you that you can gain a lot of other things with a 9-to-5 job that you can't with self-employment, such as job security. Maybe you have your focus in life on something else. Like, it's totally fine if you don't want to open up a business. It's totally fine if you don't want to become a content creator. It's totally fine if you don't want to start investing. I literally don't care. Do whatever you want and do whatever it makes you happy. It really makes me angry, those people that bash other lifestyles because they think that their lifestyle is the only true way to live because it worked out for them. You know, I'm not saying that everyone is like that. I actually follow a lot of entrepreneurs on Instagram that are very inspiring, and I really admire them because, you know, one day I want to be like them. But if you don't want to become an entrepreneur, then that's totally fine as well. And I know that this is easier said than done. I'm just trying to tell you that you're not alone, okay? Just unfollow these people who are supporting unrealistic lifestyles and who make you think that your lifestyle is not the right one. Like, if you're happy, then that's it. Something is not a waste of time if it doesn't bring you physical, material outcome in the future. Like, you can do something for the solely purpose that it makes you happy. If it brings you joy and happiness, why would it be a waste of time? I often say that as well. You tell yourself like, oh, I literally did nothing all day, I wasted all my time. But really think to yourself, did you really waste your time? Did you really do nothing? Like, most of the time you still did something. You can't just do nothing. Even if you're just sitting on your couch or you're laying in the bed and looking at the ceiling, you're still doing something. You're spending time with yourself. You're spending time to tune into your body and soul and really understand yourself better. And this is not a waste of time, not at all. Actually, like a very productive use of time because you're getting to know yourself better. You're getting to know your thoughts better. So why do you think this is a waste of time? You know? So really think to yourself, are you really wasting your time? Or is it just that society wants to make you believe that you're wasting your time because you're not directly contributing to the welfare of society? Is that how you say it? I don't know. So I figured like the way to kind of like break this cycle that you always feel bad for not doing something that you consider productive is just to redefine productivity for you. What does it mean to be productive? You know, for me, being productive means that I'm doing something that's fueling my energy, that's nourishing my mind, soul, and body, whatever that might be. For me, a waste of time would be if I spend too much time on social media. For example, when I spend too much time on TikTok, most of the time I feel drained afterwards because it just gets too much for me. Social media is very draining to me sometimes. I just need a lot of space to myself, and whenever I open social media, I feel like I'm opening my heart and my soul to millions of people. And I listened to a podcast one day, and they said like the equivalent is that how I say it? Like the equivalent of opening up social media is like opening your door to like millions of people online. And imagine you sitting in your room and you're opening your door and millions of strangers can walk in, and that's how it honestly feels whenever I use too much social media. So that would be a waste of my time. But if I'm, for example, playing Valorant with my friends, shout out to my friends, I'm not considering this as a waste of my time, because it really makes me happy. And even though I really suck at Valorant and I like scream sometimes and I get annoyed a lot at myself for being so bad, I still really enjoy this game. Like if I play 5 hours at a time, I don't feel like it's a waste of my time, honestly. Okay? And I feel like a lot of people would consider this as a waste of time playing computer games, but for me, most of the time it's not, because it makes me happy. So why would it be a waste of time, you know? I feel like if you have a problem with this whole toxic productivity culture, hustling culture, just like I have, then chances are your definition of productivity is not serving you well. So really tune in with yourself and be honest. What does it mean to be productive? If I would have asked myself like a year ago or 2 years ago what it means to me to be productive, then I would probably have said studying. And then I would ask myself, okay, why do I think studying is productive? Because I have to study in order to get a good job, and the job that I wanted to get. And then I would ask myself, okay, why do I need this job? I was like, yeah, of course, because I want to have money, good money, and live a good lifestyle. But yeah, I can also get good money with doing something else. I don't need this job, literally. And so I realized that my problem was I wanted this job to get validation from society. It's the same for grades. I wanted to have good grades because that's where I got my self-validation from. That's where I realized was my problem. And so I kind of worked on that a little bit, and maybe you can do this too. Really ask yourself what right now it means to be productive and why you have this definition in your head. So that way you kind of have like a better idea of yourself. I feel like this is something a therapist would do, like really dig deeper into your thoughts, but you know, not everyone has access to therapy, so why not just do it yourself, you know? I feel like once you identify the area where you have the most problems, you kind of break the cycle of this whole toxic productivity, and that you always have, you know, the desire to be working, to do something that's considered conventionally productive. And I'm not saying that I'm like fully there. I'm still working on that, but that's just something that I've realized. I used to think that, you know, I have to work all day in order to achieve my dreams, because if I don't work all day, I'm wasting my time, because I could be doing something in order to achieve my goals. And if you think the same, let me tell you that you certainly do not need to work all day. If you work all day, you will eventually get burned out at one point in your life. Even if you think it's not affecting you, it's gonna affect you. Trust me, I used to think that as well. I thought that, oh, if I study all day and, you know, work on my grades every single minute, why would I be in a bad mental state? Why would I feel burned out if I have good grades, you know? I didn't think it would affect me, but oh hell did it do. And I had so many mental breakdowns. So you will not achieve your dreams with a burnout. I mean, you can, but at what cost, you know? If you are currently doing something and you find yourself being too pressured all the time, and it's a constant pressure on yourself, then ask yourself if the thing that you're doing currently is really worth it, and if the goal you're working towards is really something that you want to achieve, and if it's really something that is serving you. You know, I'm a firm believer that if you don't enjoy the journey, you will not enjoy the outcome. And I'm not saying that every part of the journey to get to your goal or dream or whatever you want to achieve, if you even want to achieve something, then not every part has to be enjoyable. There's always going to be struggles, there's always going to be things that you won't like, but if the negative feelings outweigh the positive ones, then consider it a little bit and think about it a little bit. Or I'm not saying you have to like completely dump it and do something completely else. You can just change the way what you are currently doing in order to get there, okay? You know, the state of pressure is not constant, and it's all about finding the balance. I think everything in life has to be in balance. I'm a Libra, so of course I believe in that. No, but it's true. Like whenever there's a force that's pressuring you, there's always going to be a force that has to put you at ease and that has to make you relax. If this force doesn't exist, then you should do something to get that force into your life. You can't be in a constant state of work. You can't be in a constant state of pressure of doing something that is considered productive in society's meaning. That's not how the brain works. It needs rest, so that you can show up for yourself, you can show up for other people in the best way possible. Focus on the stuff that kind of brings you joy and fuels your energy right now in the moment, and eventually you will get something out of it, you know? And it's so, that's like a very difficult topic, because I'm not a believer that you have to always work towards something. Some of us, we don't know what we want to do. Some of us, we don't know what our goal is. Some of us, just like me, we have so many ideas and we don't know which one to pick. Like, what should I do? I want to become this, and I want to become this, and I want to do this, but I can't do all of that. Just do the things that you are currently enjoying, because whenever you have a good feeling about something, I believe that your soul is telling you that you are on your right path and you're on the right direction. You know, whenever you get a bad feeling about just anything, just reconsider it and think about it. Why do you feel this way right now? And is this really something that is serving you? I wanna end off this video by telling you that you should totally follow your heart and your intuition, and it will eventually lead you to great places. And it's a journey. We're all there. Life is always about learning new things and experiencing new things. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to some of you guys. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate that a lot. I don't have a lot of people who stuck with my videos throughout the end, so I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.